Now, let's return to the mobile app user groups that we saw previously and take a summary look at the possible usage scenarios for each. We will take each of them individually in detail in subsequent slides. Customers often need to use mobile apps to place orders, track existing orders, make payments, or view promotions. Managers and executives, on the other hand, typically desire mobile apps on their smartphones that deliver information, including key performance indicators, dashboards, financial data and results, and compliance requirements. When it comes to the sales force, the mobile imperative lies in order processing, inventory and price verification, customer profiling, and customer relationship management. For plant personnel, mobile apps may be used for order picking, inventory tracking, supplier relationship managing, and even for transacting goods receipts. The field service team can use mobile apps for work recording, service execution, contract reference, and even route and travel planning. Now let's drill down into some usage scenarios in greater detail. How would mobility benefit warehouse personnel? Well, on the inbound side, a mobile application would allow for the receipt of goods, including notation of site, warehouse, and location information. With respect to outbound items, mobile apps could support dispatching, sales order picking, and the creation of a shipment. Also, the movement of items between warehouses, sites, and locations could be transacted and tracked on a mobile application. Lastly, physical inventory counts and cycle counts can be facilitated. Clearly, this type of activity is better supported through mobile apps than through a TEP terminal or PC sitting in the corner of a warehouse. Mobile apps can also support the common scenario when executives, who are commonly out of the office or on the move, need to provide approvals or sign-offs in support of compliance or controls. This is common when it comes to setting credit limits or payment terms for customers. Also common is the confirmation of high-dollar sales orders or purchases that fall outside of predefined and automated business rules. Additionally, these users may also be required to confirm invoices or confirm proposed payments to vendors. Lastly, many executives want to have access to real-time and mobile access to inventory levels across warehouses to assist in some strategic decision-making. How would field service personnel exploit a mobile application? Well, typically field sales personnel want to create customer records and access CRM information. They also access inventory and pricing systems to enable the creation of new quotes and the placement of processing of sales orders in real time, complete with delivery dates. It is also easy to visualize the value of a mobile app that allows a field salesperson to access comprehensive customer information, track sales records, and even scan products in stores to determine inventory levels. Lastly, the ability to generate invoices or receipts or to access real-time travel directions will make the salesperson's time more productive and allow for more time for sales-generating activities. Let's look at field service mobility scenarios. Again, it is easy to identify how mobile apps can benefit field service personnel who by definition are mobile for the majority of their day. Mobile applications should allow them to manage their assigned work orders and activities. They should be able to access detailed equipment information, including maintenance and repair procedures to ensure that service activities are properly executed. They can also access warranty and service level agreements to ensure the accurate capture of billable hours and parts. Also, capturing and transmitting electronic signatures to validate proof of service and expedite billing provides real-time entry of several tasks. Service personnel can also capture images as proof of condition or proof of service, complete with a geo-stamp or proof of location. Identifying optimum routing for service calls with detailed driving directions will make service time more productive. And lastly, the ability to generate on-the-spot invoice or receipt sent electronically via email should speed the payment cycle. So we have seen that there is a broad group of users that can benefit from mobile applications and even more specific use scenarios within those groups. With so many opportunities to exploit mobile apps, how should you prioritize your initiatives? Well, to achieve optimal return on investment from your mobile app initiatives, your organization should consider the following prioritization criteria. First, determine which processes need real-time flow of information. Second, choose which application will lead to substantial cost savings. Also, determine which will reduce process cycle times and which will ultimately increase revenue. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, select the applications which best align with and deliver against your organization's business goals. Overall, it is a business imperative to determine the high impact areas based on the priorities you set and focus your efforts around those areas. Now, over the past few slides, we have reviewed the possible use scenarios for mobile apps across different user groups. We will now walk you through the deployment options that are available for these. And basically, there are two options for deployment: mobile web apps and rich mobile apps. What's the difference? Well, mobile web apps are accessed from your smartphone through a browser, while rich mobile apps are installed on your smartphone and can be either native, which means they are specific to your operating system on your phone, or multi-platform, which means that the app will work with several different operating systems. Choosing the right deployment option for your organization ultimately depends on your user base and your cost savings, time to market, simplicity, and maintenance requirements. As you can note in the chart, rich mobile apps rate high on usability, while mobile web apps rate high on scalability and architecture flexibility. Rich mobile apps are between medium and difficult to maintain and generally rate as being slow for time to market. Additionally, development cost is high for rich mobile apps, but on the plus side, internet connectivity is optional for them. So clearly there's not a single answer as to the best deployment option. As an organization, you must determine which parameters are priorities for you and select the deployment option accordingly. Now, as a part of our previous mobile application development work, we have conducted extensive research on smartphone operating systems and their capabilities and features. This slide represents a summary of that research, and I'm not going to go into detail on this slide, as you can probably imagine. But if you are interested in receiving detailed information or comparatives, please feel free to contact us, and we'd be happy to share this information with you in the form of a white paper. Now let's look at smartphone platform selection. Selecting the right platform for a smartphone depends on a variety of parameters ranging from library of apps available to native features and functionality within the operating system. Additionally, you will want to consider ease of communication, design and performance factors, and also security and reliability issues. Now, this chart that you see compares the maturity of iPhone, Android, Windows, BlackBerry, and the Symbian operating systems on these parameters. And as you can see, currently the iPhone rates as best in class, followed by Android and then BlackBerry. We do expect to see Windows rapidly gaining in this area as well. Now, as you determine your mobile app requirements, inevitably you must consider the question of whether you should buy a mobile app or build it. The benefit of the build option is that you pay nothing for features that are not used by you, since by definition you are only building to your requirements. Additionally, the extent of customizations possible is high and maintainability medium, since you control the code. However, the one downside to building is that time to market or deploy a mobile app that is built from scratch is high compared to an app purchased off the shelf. Now, ROI. Ultimately, you will be asked to identify the ROI for any mobile app initiative. And on the cost side, the investments that you will need to consider are your mobile servers and infrastructure, application development costs, and ongoing support costs for the app and the infrastructure. Side, you need to account for both tangible and intangible returns. Tangible returns include returns, a reduced sales cycle, and targeted promotions. Intangible returns typically include improved customer satisfaction, competitive advantage over your competition, improved reporting, and also improved employee utilization, quality of life, satisfaction, and retention. Now, at this point, I'm going to hand the presentation over to Manoj, and he will take you through a number of detailed case studies related to mobile app development projects